Have you ever wondered what would happen if two of the most fascinating and powerful creatures in the animal kingdom came face to face in a life-or-death battle? On one side, we have a veritable mountain of muscle and intelligence. On the other, a master of stealth, speed, and precision. Both share the same territory in the dense forests of Africa, but they have completely different lifestyles, strategies, and natural weapons. Today, we're going to dive deep into this epic duel. We'll analyze strength, endurance, intelligence, tactics, and combat skills to ultimately try to answer the question that won't go away. Who would win this savage battle? But before we get to the conclusion, get ready, because the information you're about to discover here is simply unbelievable. So like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. The giant of the forests, gorilla. Imagine standing in front of a wall of muscle, capable of knocking down small trees and crushing any obstacle in its path. That is the gorilla, simply the largest primate on the planet. An adult male, known as a silverback, can reach up to 180 meters in height when standing upright and weigh an impressive 275 kilograms. Its arm span exceeds 2 meters, and each muscle seems sculpted to generate tremendous strength. It is an extremely robust animal, with broad shoulders, a bulging chest, and arms that function as veritable biological sledgehammers. And the most curious thing, despite its intimidating appearance, the gorilla is a peaceful animal, living in well-organized social groups and avoiding conflict whenever possible. But if it needs to fight, it turns into a veritable machine of destruction. For centuries, gorillas were considered almost legendary creatures in African cultures. Many tribes believed they were forest spirits, protectors of the woods, and messengers of the gods. It was only in the 19th century that European explorers were able to prove their scientific existence, and since then the gorilla has become a symbol of strength and respect in nature. And get ready for this. A gorilla can lift up to 1 ton. Yes, you read that right. Which means it could easily lift a small car. Its bite is also terrifying, generating a pressure of 1,300 psi, stronger than that of a lion or a bear. That's enough to break thick bones with ease. The shadow hunter, leopard. If there is one animal that combines elegance, strength, and lethality, it is the leopard. With a body perfectly shaped for hunting, this feline measures about 2 meters in length, including its tail, and weighs between 60 and 90 kilograms. It may seem small compared to a gorilla, but make no mistake. The leopard is a true silent hunting machine. Its muscles are extremely powerful, its spine is incredibly flexible, and its paws act like springs. This allows it to jump up to 6 meters away and reach speeds of up to 58 km/h. In addition, its spotted coat is not only beautiful, it acts as perfect camouflage in the forest, making it almost invisible to its prey and predators alike. Throughout history, the leopard has always been a symbol of courage, strength, and cunning. In Africa, some tribal leaders wore leopard skins as a sign of power, believing that by wearing the skin of this predator, they would inherit its intelligence and ability to overcome any opponent. Even today, in popular culture, the leopard is associated with elegance and silent danger. Now get ready for this shocking fact. The leopard can drag prey weighing up to 3 times its own weight up a tree. This means that, theoretically, it would be able to pull an animal the size of a gorilla, something simply surreal for a feline of its size. But it doesn't stop there. Its claws are like natural knives. They are retractable, extremely sharp, and designed not only to hold prey, but also to climb trees at impressive speeds. If the situation gets tough, it disappears from the map in a matter of seconds, climbing where few could reach it. Brute force versus deadly agility. Who wins? When it comes to brute force, there's no contest. The gorilla simply dominates. Its arms, which seem to be made of pure steel, can deliver blows capable of breaking bones instantly. A single punch from a silverback can generate a force equivalent to about 9 times the average weight of a human. Simply terrifying. On the other hand, underestimating the leopard would be a fatal mistake. Although it does not have the same muscle mass as the gorilla, Its body is a precision machine. With a speed of up to 58 km/h, jumps of 6 meters, and incredible agility, it can dodge, circle, and attack with extreme efficiency. It doesn't need brute force, just one blow in the right place at the right time. This difference is no accident. In nature, each of these animals has evolved for a specific type of survival. The gorilla is a social and protective animal whose strength has been shaped to ensure the safety of the group. The leopard, on the other hand, is a solitary hunter, a master of stealth, who has learned to survive alone, relying on precision, speed, and strategy. To give you an idea of what we're talking about, while the gorilla can generate tremendous force in its blows, the leopard has another trump card, its razor-sharp claws and teeth designed to pierce the windpipe and quickly suffocate its prey. And here's the thing. In a successful attack, the leopard can bite precisely in the neck area, cutting off the oxygen supply and rendering its opponent unconscious in a matter of seconds. Warrior mind, strategy, and fighting style. As impressive as physical strength is, it is not the only factor that determines the outcome of a confrontation in nature. The way each animal deals with a dangerous situation can actually be the real deciding factor. The gorilla, despite being extremely strong, is not a predator. Its behavior is more defensive. It lives in groups, called troops, led by a dominant male, the famous silverback. When it feels that its territory or family is threatened, this giant completely changes its posture. It beats its chest, emits guttural sounds of intimidation, and if necessary, attacks with powerful bites, violent punches, and even throws logs or stones. On the other hand, the leopard does not fight, it hunts. Its style is entirely based on stealth, surprise, and precision. It is a master at hiding, approaching silently, and attacking vital points, usually aiming for the jugular or trachea to finish off its prey quickly and efficiently. And if it realizes that the fight is not going its way, no problem. Its speed and ability to climb trees are its greatest advantages for instant escape. In fact, this behavior is so effective that leopards rarely engage in direct confrontations, not even with other predators such as lions or hyenas. They prefer to avoid any combat that causes unnecessary physical exhaustion. The gorilla, on the other hand, although not a hunter, when forced to fight, becomes a true war machine of the forest. Now check this out. In simulations of hypothetical encounters in nature, biologists point out that if the fight takes place on the ground, the leopard will try, at all costs, to deliver quick attacks, surround its prey, use its agility, and always aim for weak points. But if it realizes that this isn't working, it won't hesitate to climb the nearest tree, something that gorillas cannot do with the same ease. Endurance. Who can last longer? If the confrontation continues, the balance clearly begins to tip to one side. This is because gorillas, in addition to being extremely strong, also have impressive physical endurance. Its robust body, designed to support tons of weight in activities such as locomotion, feeding, and defending the group, allows it to maintain high levels of strength and energy for long periods without showing signs of significant fatigue. The leopard, on the other hand, is a true burst of energy, but short-lived. Its body has been shaped for fast, accurate, and intense attacks. The logic is simple. It sneaks up, attacks, kills, and disappears. If the prey reacts for too long or offers too much resistance, its chances begin to diminish dramatically. In fact, this is a common pattern among large cats. Lions, tigers, and leopards usually settle their hunts in a matter of seconds. If the fight goes on longer than that, they quickly become exhausted, as their muscles are specialized in generating bursts of power rather than prolonged endurance. Gorillas, on the other hand, are used to walking long distances in the forest, carrying young, food, branches, and even fighting other males for dominance. All of this requires much greater cardiovascular and muscular capacity when it comes to endurance. Want a fact that sums it all up? Studies indicate that if a fight between these two animals lasted more than 3 to 5 minutes, the gorilla's advantage would become overwhelming. This is because, while the gorilla would continue to maintain its heavy blows and brute strength, the leopard would begin to lose speed, accuracy, and even its ability to escape. After analyzing strength, agility, strategy, endurance, and all the natural weapons of both animals, it is clear that, if this clash were to actually happen, the gorilla would have a considerable advantage, especially in a prolonged confrontation, where its absurd strength and physical endurance would make all the difference. On the other hand, this does not mean that the leopard would not stand a chance. On the contrary, if it managed to take the gorilla by surprise, attacking vital points with its bite and sharp claws, it could indeed win. But it would have to be fast, accurate, and lethal in the first attack. Otherwise, a single well-placed blow from the gorilla would be enough to end the fight once and for all. But you know what's even more curious? Despite all this analysis, this type of confrontation rarely, if ever, happens in nature. And do you know why? Because the real battle between these two giants is not between them. It's for survival. Both gorillas and leopards are constantly threatened by something much more dangerous than any predator: human action. Deforestation, mining, urban expansion, and illegal hunting threaten the existence of these species. And without them, the entire balance of the forest is disrupted. If, like us, you were fascinated by this epic duel, know that here on our channel, you will always find content that piques your curiosity, provides information, and helps you better understand the incredible world of animals. So don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share this video with that friend who loves a good battle of nature. See you in the next video. And I warn you, the next contest may be even crazier.